Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm hopping on a few minutes late to this live Q&A. I'm super excited about this tonight. My name is Leah Pinelli. If you don't know me already, I am a life coach specializing in weight loss. I help women ditch the diet drama, end emotional overeating, over hunger, over desire. We get rid of all of that and help them actually regain their power over food so that food no longer has power over them. And the byproduct of that is weight loss and arriving at your natural weight and kind of the end of the cycle and obsession around food and eating and weight and body image and all that jazz. So I got questions. I actually got quite a few questions for this Q&A tonight. And if you're catching this on the replay, you can always shoot me questions. I will be happy to do another Q&A. You can send me more questions through Facebook, my page here, or you can do it through Instagram. You can send me a DM with your questions, and I'd be more than happy to answer next week. But tonight, I'm going to narrow it down to a few questions. So if you sent me a question and I don't answer it tonight, I will answer it for you next week, or you can shoot me a message and I'll answer it for you personally and privately. But tonight, I don't want to go too long. I don't want to talk too long. I wanted to keep this short and sweet. So tonight, I'm going to answer 4 or 5 questions that I got from folks. I have notes down here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. So the first question that I got is, and I'm not going to say who sent me the questions so that y'all have privacy in case you guys know each other. The first question that I got is, do I need to give up all carbs after 50? So I actually get this question a lot, regardless of age. Do I need to give up carbs? Oh, I have to give up carbs. I know it's carbs. Carbs are bad. All that. Hey, Diana. Oh, hi. So good to see you. So the question, do I have to give up carbs after 50? And if you're not over 50, let's just take after 50 off of that question. The reason that this person sent me this question is because they are over 50, and we all know that bodies change, right? As we age, metabolism changes and hormone changes and all of the hormones change and all of those things. So our bodies do change. So I think it's a legitimate question. But first, I just want to answer that first part of the question, which is, do I have to give up all carbs? And the answer to that question is absolutely not. You definitely don't have to give up all carbs, because carbohydrates are in plant foods in general. They're in vegetables, and we definitely don't want you giving up vegetables ever. Vegetables are great for your body. And now, of course, with all of the hype around carbohydrates, you probably are aware that, certain foods have a higher carbohydrate load than other foods. I don't get into all that. I like to keep weight loss really clean and really simple, right? So you definitely don't have to give up all carbs. Veggies are in, we need plants. But what I do recommend to all of my clients, I strongly recommend, I almost require, but highly strongly recommend that my clients give up flour and sugar. And just those 2 food groups, if you will, alone, those 2 ingredients is going to make a huge impact on not only your weight, but also just on your general health and well-being, your energy levels. There is no need at all to eat sugar or flour ever for any reason. They have no nutritional value. Now, you can make foods that have some nutritional value and add sugar and flour to them. But the truth of the matter is that you can live your entire life without eating any sugar or flour, and you will not be nutrient deficient by any means. So these are unnecessary food groups. You do not need them at all. So I do recommend giving up all sugar and flour. And when I say all flour, I do mean almond flour. So this is not paleo here, right? I do mean almond flour. I do mean, I'm not saying gluten-free. I'm talking about anything that you have taken and pulverized and turned it into a powder and then cooked something with it. Don't eat that thing. So those are the 2 things that I would highly and strongly recommend to all of you. And if you haven't received already, I have something called a Ditch the Diet Drama Guide, which you can get at my website, leahpinelli.com. And you can literally it's free. I send it to you and it breaks all of that down for you. But yeah, sugar and flour is my strongest recommendation, but that doesn't include rice. That doesn't include grains or potatoes. That is not the recommendation that I make to all clients. Now, I say that, and I also want to say that every body is different. So some people really do well eating rice and really do well eating beans and foods that have carbohydrates in them, potatoes. Some bodies do really well. They live at their natural weight. They don't experience over hunger and over desire. They feel great in their bodies. Their body doesn't carry extra weight eating those foods. But here's the trick, is that every body is different. So what I do with my clients is we set up a perfect plan, is what I like to call it. It's an eating protocol. It's a perfect plan for you, and it is specially designed for you. And we identify what are the foods that allow your body to not experience over hunger and over desire. What are the foods that allow your body to drop excess weight? And those are the foods that we build your diet from. But it's not a diet. It's just foods that fuel you and make you feel great in the world, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that. So everybody is different. If you aren't sure what those foods are for you, you can book a call with me, and I would be it's free, right? You can just book a call with me, and I would be happy to walk you through what a perfect plan might look like for you. So that would be my recommendation for you if you're not really sure what that might look like. The second question that I got, how am I doing on time? Man, okay, I was hoping to be under 10 minutes, and I'm only on question number 2, so I'm going to go a little bit more quickly. Question number 2 is, what does a daily meal plan look like for you? So I had said that I was open to receiving questions that are about me personally, how I lost 30 pounds and how I keep it off without all of the mental drama and the guilt and the shame and the deprivation and the willpower and all of that bullshit. And so somebody wanted to know, what does eating look like for me? And what eating looks like for me, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share with you kind of a typical day, but I want to warn you that this is my perfect plan for my body. And I guarantee you my body is going to be different from your body, right? So again, this is where you really have to find your perfect plan in the mix. But for me, I generally, I consume about 4 ounces of protein per meal. Hi, Tanya. I consume about 4 ounces of protein per meal and 2 to 4 cups of vegetables, 2 cups cooked, 4 cups raw. So lunch for me often looks like a salad, a big, huge green salad with tons of, all kinds of veggies in there, really great healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, seeds, all those yummy things. I do not snack ever. And dinner generally for me looks like very similar, right? So like tonight, for example, we're having leftovers, but we're having some leftover cooked fish and a little bit leftover cooked chicken. Again, about 4 ounces, tons of veggies. And then I usually like to have some fruit for dessert, maybe pour a little bit of like coconut milk on top, make it kind of special. I used to do heavy cream on top, no problem, maybe some nuts. That can be like a really nice kind of way to finish a meal. I drink coffee. I drink alcohol on the weekends generally. I'm not going to get too much into detail there. But that is kind of a typical day for me. It looks like veggies and protein. I'm not afraid of rice. I'm not afraid of potatoes. I'm not afraid of dairy. Again, that's me, right? So your eating protocol will look very different for you once you've designed that perfect plan for yourself. And I'm happy to help. Okay. Next question is, I might have to skip it. Okay, I'm going to do one more question, and then I'm going to have to save the next 2 for next week. I did get a question about exercise, and I literally just did a full Facebook Live last night about exercise. So I encourage you to go back to, what was that? June 17th, was it yesterday? I did a Facebook Live all about exercise last night, so I'm not going to answer that again here. But the last question that I'm going to answer tonight is around alcohol, because I mentioned it in my protocol. So a lot of people ask me, do I have to give up alcohol in order to lose weight? The answer to that is yes and no. And I did a full Facebook Live on alcohol months ago. So you can always go back and look at that one. It's on my page. But here's the deal with alcohol is, again, if you're following the no sugar, no flour, that includes not adding any sugar to your cocktail. So you definitely don't, you want to, you know, avoid a margarita or things like that. But again, like once a week, not going to hurt you, not going to kill you, not going to stall your weight loss efforts. But if you're having like 4 margaritas, you know, 3 times a week, that's definitely going to make an impact. Here's the deal with alcohol. Alcohol will, when you consume alcohol, in fact, there's even a saying, it's not the alcohol that makes you gain weight, it's what you eat with the alcohol. Because what happens is when you consume alcohol, any carbohydrate in particular that you eat while you're consuming alcohol is going to get kind of pushed into your fat stores. And the reason for that is because when your body consumes alcohol, when you consume alcohol, you're going to metabolize that alcohol first. Your body's going to prioritize the metabolizing of that alcohol in your system. So anything that you're eating on top of that is not going to get metabolized. It's going to get stored for now until it can come back out. And in particular, carbohydrates are particularly challenged in the coming back out of those fat stores. I'm not going to get into all of the details of that right now. But that is why when you choose to drink alcohol, you want to be choosy about what you're eating with the alcohol. Because if you're stuffing your face with a whole bunch of like, you know, bread and pasta, and I'm the Italian girl over here, so I know all about that, and potato chips and all those things, you are likely going to have to experience either a plateau or weight gain from that, you know, one, you know, event. So it is something that you want to consider because when you consume alcohol, you stop losing weight for the time period that you have the alcohol in your body, and you might even store some fat. So you just want to be really conscious and deliberate about including alcohol in your perfect plan. Okay, I know I had a couple more questions and I am over time. I was trying to get this in under 10 minutes. But I want to just kind of sum up for those of you who sent me questions and for those of you who are here now. Really, like if I could just give you one takeaway, it's that there really is a perfect plan for you and your body for the foods that are going to make you feel the best and look your best and not have to worry about whether or not you're eating the right things or not eating the right things. It's just a matter of figuring out what those foods are for you. And like I said, if you want some help with that, you can shoot me a message. You can shoot me a private message or a DM or go to my website and sign up for a free consultation. I'd be more than happy to walk you through that process. And that's it. If you sent me in a question and I didn't get a chance to answer, I'll be back on next Tuesday, 6 p.m., same time, same place, live. Maybe I will have taken a shower since yoga. Sorry, I ran out of time, literally. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have a beautiful Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys same time, same place, more questions next Tuesday.